Star Wars Visions Volume 3 came out last week. Today we're continuing our look at each individual episode with The Bounty Hunters by Wit Studio. This one follows a bounty hunting team including a human named Seven and her medical/assassin droid Eva 4. I thought he was a really fun concept, kicking down doors, incapacitating his targets, and then giving them all medical advice on how to recover. We find out Seven was enslaved by a group called Basham and raised as an assassin, turning her into like the Star Wars equivalent of Black Widow, down to the way she jumps and lands. But Seven was liberated by a Jedi who told her to use her powers for good. She is then branded as a traitor to Basham, and Seven holds a supposed grudge against the Jedi. I like that aspect of the character, someone who is given a second chance at life, isn't living up to her full potential, and then points most of her anger at the person who became her moral compass. The Jedi is the reason Seven is no longer able to just do the easy and selfish thing. She can't ignore her feelings, and now she has to do what's right. She and Eva are hired by Jin Sim, the head of the Zonus Corporation, who is all smiles and kindness on the surface, but you can quickly see that he has child slaves. He's shown to be a collector of sorts, and it turns out he also collects people. A fun detail in his office is that his file on Seven gives away a lot of her backstory that's revealed later in the episode, but you'd have to pause and then read a lot of Arabesh to get it spoiled. But the point is, Jin Sim knows Seven is a former slave, and I think he believes she will be easy to manipulate, despite sending her after other former slaves. Of course, she lets her conscience be her guide and sides with the runaways, who are now on a mission to save their families. The shootout and the action scenes were fun to watch, down to a droid letting out a Wilhelm scream. I thought the droideka suit worn by Jin Sim was pretty rad, and I liked that it was defeated through the same technique Anakin and Ahsoka taught to the Onderon Resistance in the Clone Wars. I loved how fast he seemed to go totally insane. He drops the nice guy act and stops hiding it. He reminded me of Elon Musk, someone who had a lot of goodwill several years ago, but stopped pretending and went full-on nutso because his money makes him feel like he can get away with anything. Seven and Eva 4 free the slaves, reunite the families, and arrest Jin Sim to take him to the Republic. Which makes me think, why hasn't the Republic done anything about this guy? Are they just sticking their heads in the sand and ignoring his child exploitation because he's rich? Oh, yeah, they're the government. That's exactly what they're doing. The entire time, Seven is wearing a mask, and I think when you're watching Star Wars, you kind of expect something like that to cover up an injury. But the mask drops at the end, and it's not hiding anything except her shame. I think she was wearing it because she knew she wasn't using her abilities for good like the Jedi asked her to. But now she knows she's living a better life and no longer feels the need to hide. The Bounty Hunters was good. I liked it even more my second time watching. I think it's one of the shorts that has the most to say in this volume. So let me know what you thought of it in the comments. I'll be covering the other shorts in the coming days. So make sure you catch those by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, following us on our socials, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.